Okay, let's try that again. Welcome back. I had a hard crash, which isn't great. But hopefully that's now resolved. And things will work correctly. So yeah, all this is about getting the materials for the Guardian Shield reinforcement package. I'm not sure of the angle that you need to be to get these. That still works. That's good enough for me then. Gamma and Alpha. Fantastic. We need Delta. So yeah, sorry about that interruption. Had a hard crash, probably due to my headlock issues that I've got at the moment. Don't want to break the immersion, but I believe it's down to a dodgy lead, which I will correct later. But I do want to crack on with the stream. Let's see how it goes. So I believe that you get the ancient civilization data after you've already scanned one, I believe. Once I get my plan in action. So looking at the scanner, let's change the resolution. I've scanned 3, I see 3. So how does that work? See, there's a 4 have now lit up on my scanner. That symbol means I've scanned. Come on. I don't want an ancient relic. Now I scanned that one. I believe that means I have. Also scanned that one. That. I'll do that. Yeah. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this. Now last time I did a jump over to the other ones, we had a hard crash. So let's just see. I believe that one's new. Come on, show me the money. I'm sure that one's only just recently lit up as well. Let's try that one. Gamma. I'm not interested in that. Okay, let's try going over to that other site again. Hopefully we don't crash this time. There we go. You can come in. Oh, look at all those over there. That's what we want, guys. Let's start with that one. Delta, thank you. That's what we want. Beta. Anyone want to light up for me? PSO over here, but there's a load over there. Let's go over there. Nice landing. If I do say so myself. And we get gamma. Over that. So, how do you feel about this kind of slightly repetitive grind that you have to do in Elite Dangerous? I do find it a little bit repetitive, for want of a better word. I'll scan that one, so I'm sure I'll just get ancient civilization data. That one's new. Let's try that one. Come on, light up. So yeah, I don't know. It is a bit of a grind fest sometimes. Alpha and beta, I want delta. So if you do play Elite Dangerous, and I don't know, I just find it like all you want to do is what you want to do, play your own way. And yeah, I want to play in a particular way right now. I want to build a ship. I'm going to get civilization data. I've already scanned it. Let's just double check. But yeah, there's something I want to do right now in Elite Dangerous, but I can't do it because I have to, for want of a better word, grind a repetitive task. Which I feel gets in the way of doing what you want to do, right? I understand doing a couple of things like, oh, you must come here and scan 3 obelisks or whatever, and that will get you what you want. But I think I've already scanned that, but I might have to just do a quick relog. Yeah, I think that says that I've already scanned it. So yeah, doing things like this, like having to relog just to carry on that repetitive task. I don't know, sometimes it becomes quite frustrating, I guess. So we've relogged immersion broken to scan more data. Epsilon, not even the one I want. Let's try this one. Alpha and beta. Still not got delta. Well, not for a little while anyway. Let's try over here. Show me the money. I don't think I've scanned that one yet. Apparently I have. Okay. Let's try down here. Oh, there we go. That'll do. So yeah, well, this repetitive stuff that you need to do just to be able to do what you want to do. Gamma. How do you guys feel about that? It is a bit of a barrier. That's alpha, don't want alpha. That one's lit. Let's go and have a look. Oh, we've got a Delta. Good stuff. So yeah, and the reason why I'm doing all this grind at the moment is so that I can build a ship that I'll be happy to mess around in doing combat. That's beta. And why do I want to do that? Well, I want to become triple elite because I have a very good feeling that the only way you're going to be allowed to have a fleet carrier, I think I've already scanned that. Let's see if we get non-pattern data. See, yeah. The only way you're going to get a fleet carrier when they become available, it's not so much the money, because as you know, in Elite Dangerous, money doesn't really mean a lot anymore. It's very easy for me to jump in a mining ship and make, 200 million. I'll probably scan that one quite quickly. Let's try back over here. So yeah, should have gone over there actually. Yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating, but there's no way that you'll get a fleet carrier just by the fact that you've got the money. I really think that there's going to be a minimum requirement, just like some of the other ships in Elite Dangerous, where you have to be of a particular rank. And let's face it, at the moment, before we see the Panther Clipper, that what would be the end game ship right now, of course, would be the fleet carrier. And so I'm very confident there's no way that we're going to be allowed to fly a fleet carrier without meeting particular requirements. And it's not just about the money, folks. Definitely not about the money. They could say, yeah, you can get a fleet carrier, it'll only cost you 1,000 credits, but you also need to be the highest rank with all the organisations, Duke, King, whatever. You also need to be triple elite. Let's just hope it's not quad elite. So yeah, that's why I'm doing all this, just to get to the point where I can build a ship that I want, that will allow me to do combat, so I can get triple elite. Gamma and Epsilon. So that's why we're doing this. But I would like to be able to do a stream this evening, which will Delta, thank you. Which will enable me to fly the combat ship that I want to build. And have a bit of fun. But in order to have fun, you have to do this. Alrighty. I think it might be time for a reset. A quick poke over here. Oh, apparently I've not done that one yet. Okay. Oh no, I have. Just come on. I'll just get civilization data, no doubt. Yep. Alrighty. Let's get back over to the start point then. Geronimo. Oh, it's nearly an unfortunate accident. Hey Nabil, how you doing? And yeah, I mean, this is the trouble. This is another thing. Let me just relog just to start the process again. But this is the problem with Elite Dangerous, is that we don't know, do we? We don't know what we need to get a fleet carrier. They say it will be, you'll need funds. Yeah, it'll be a lot of credits. Okay, that's kind of a no-brainer because you can't get anything in Elite Dangerous for free. There is not one ship you can purchase which doesn't cost any credits. Alright, the only thing you can get for free is if you die, you get a Sidewinder. Okay, so, and the only information they've given us so far in terms of obtaining a fleet carrier is that you're going to need some credits. Well, yeah, of course you're going to need credits. That's a no-brainer. So they've told us nothing. We need credits to get a fleet carrier. Yep. But fleet carrier could be perceived, no delta there, as, I don't want to call it an end-game ship. You can't fly it. It's going to be handy for a player like me because I've got lots of ships. I like exploring, and I would just like to take all my ships out into the black on a carrier. That's why I want a fleet carrier. Because going backwards and forwards to change ships is a pain. There are certain ships that I'd like to be able to fly out in the black, which I currently can't because they just don't physically have the jump range to get to those places, and never could. No matter what engineering you do to them, you could never take them to some of the places that I'd like to go. So a fleet carrier is perfect. But when it comes to things like a fleet carrier, for example, why are we not scanning? What's going on? Have I run out of energy? I have. Schoolboy error. Let's just let that charge up a sec. So yeah, for example, if you want a federal Corvette, yeah, that costs money. I think it's the second highest costing ship in the game, and it's 1.4 million, whatever it is, 1.6, whatever. Like I say, credits aren't really important. You can earn the money for any ship in the game in one mining trip, so let's forget about the credits. But the other entry requirement is that you need to have a particular rank. If you want to access engineers, for example, there are certain engineers where you need to be dangerous. Certain ships you need to be of a certain rank with an organization. Systems require a certain rank or relationship, and that is things that money and credits cannot buy. And as we know, Frontier Developments likes us to grind. Getting credits is not a difficult issue, but what is oh, it's a delta. Thank you very much. I want delta. What is a grind is what I'm doing right now. I'm repeating the same task over and over and over again to get what I need so that I can actually play the way I want to. In this case, build a combat ship so that I can go and do combat, so that I can get triple elite, so that then, if that is the entry requirement, and I'm only suggesting it will be, leads us to a fleet carrier. And I'm confident, very confident, in fact I will eat my own left sock if you if you can get a fleet carrier with credits alone and not need to do something like have triple elite or double elite or single elite, I will eat my left sock. Okay, you heard it here. There'll be an additional task apart from credits to qualify for a fleet carrier. I am very confident. So confident that I'll have to walk around with one sock and digest the other. So there we go. Nabil, I guess we'll have to know more on Thursday with the Frontier live stream with Adam. Yeah, and I really hope, because we've all seen live streams where new features are coming, and even when they do a live stream specifically for the new feature, but if it's not released yet, it'll be, well, we can't tell you that just yet, or that old chestnut. It can be a bit frustrating. I really hope they've thought about some of the common questions, and I have a load of questions. And when it comes to questions about new features, you have to ask yourself, why is it that I've got so many questions? Well, the answer is very simple. Because we're not told anything. We don't have any detail. Therefore, we have to ask the questions. And then we come across as being very demanding, because we're like, well, what fuel is it going to use? How many times can it jump? How far will it be able to jump in one server tick? Can I do 2 jumps in it? And all of these other questions. How many ships will it hold? If they just gave us a little bit of detail on that, we wouldn't have to ask all these questions. All we know at the moment is any player can get a fleet carrier, and it will cost credits. And it will also come with a support ship, which then raises a lot more questions. Why a support ship? Why do you need a support ship? What's the purpose? Again, no detail. So on the stream will be many questions about why this, why that, why the other. Why isn't it not just a fleet carrier? Why do you need a support ship? I do find that frustrating. Come on, look on. Why is it not showing up? Come on. I've already scanned it after all that. So yeah, I guess we will have to watch the live stream. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of players watching the live stream. But how many answers will we really get? I've overshot again. I'll jump across from the other one. I just hope they're a little bit more prepared. They obviously have access to the forums. They know all the common questions. Ouch. So where does I want to go? It's over here, wasn't it? Ooh. Doink. Yeah, I hope they come prepared, and they can answer all the common questions. I'll guarantee they'll want to hold some stuff back until the reveal. I mean, let's face it, fleet carriers aren't coming out, I believe, until December. So there's a long wait yet. And obviously the purpose of doing a live stream is obviously to get feedback. And what they'll probably do is they will share some detail just to test the water. Because at the moment we don't have any way of feeding back on what they're doing, because we don't know what they're doing. All we know is they're doing fleet carriers. So they will probably reveal some information about fleet carriers, but I don't think they will reveal all for sure. And the things that they'll reveal to us will be things that they want feedback on. And gauge the reaction. Well, hopefully. Again, it's a common thing now, is it? We just don't know. At the end of the day, we just don't know. We have no idea. But yes, I'll be looking forward to the live stream. Yeah, and I'll take your point about you think the community might be a bit upset if there's a big grind wall, not pay wall, but a grind wall for getting access to fleet carriers. But I think there will be. I think there will be some requirements, and one that I'm guessing, because obviously, another Delta, lovely, is that there will be this additional grind required for most players. Now, you would hope that it's achievable in game already. I mean, we know there's one thing that is not achievable in game right now for a fleet carrier, and that is you will not have any fuel for your fleet carrier. There is a new fuel. Ouch. There is a new fuel being introduced to fuel off fleet carriers. Oh, let's not get stuck. Push it around this way. Come on. God. I don't want to stereotype, but I feel like an old lady trying to park in a shopping mall car park right now. Let's boost our way out of trouble. That'll do. Yeah, so I can only guess that it will be triple elite. It may not be. We know we have to get fuel. We know we can't get that fuel right now. So when they do become available, the very first grind that everyone is going to experience is getting fuel. Because I believe you can only purchase your fleet carrier from a particular system, and it will be delivered to that system. And if I want to be at Beagle Point with my fleet carrier and my entire fleet, I've got a lot of fuel to gather. They have a 500 light year jump. It's a pity it's not further. Obviously there are probably reasons why they've limited the jump range in that way. It does open other possibilities. I may well be able to get to systems that I've never been before, purely due to jump range, which I know a lot of commanders are hoping to be able to achieve. At the moment, the maximum jump range of any ship, well, there's only one ship with the biggest jump range, of course, which is the Anaconda, and the only or the furthest distance an Anaconda can jump is around about 370 light years, and of course that is with a stripped down Anaconda, which will be of no use for anything but jumping a long way. A usable Anaconda with a bit of everything just for any scenario will have a jump range of about 350 light years at best. Of course, the fleet carriers have a 500 light year jump range, so there is an opportunity there to explore where no man has explored before. I'm going to park up near enough bliss before I just do a quick relog. I want to have a quick count to see how many more data items I need. So yeah, I'll certainly be doing that. And of course, there's the other question about how you get the fuel. Obviously, we know that we can buy the fuel for fleet carriers. This conversation seems to have turned into fleet carriers for the moment. Sorry about that, but you know, we're on topic, I guess. Obviously, if you're out in the black, there isn't going to be anywhere to buy fuel for your carrier, so it will need to be mined, and they have said that you can mine it, which raises one potential issue, is that if you decide to jump out into the unknown, with your entire fleet to a system 400 light years away with no stars in between. We're talking about that is the distance to the next star, 400 light years. What happens when you get to that system and it dawns on you, or becomes very clear, that where you've jumped to has no fuel and you cannot mine it? That's going to be a raise the ticket situation. Your entire fleet is stuck in a system which you can't get out of. So that's another question to ask on the live stream, for sure. And I mean, they might just say, well, that's the risk you take. But how would the rebuy work with that? Yes, you've just stranded your entire fleet in a system, and the rebuy is 7.6 billion to get you. Yeah, don't fly without rebuy with a fleet carrier full of your entire fleet, and then get stuck in some distant system, which obviously could be worked around, and I have thought about it. If they allowed us to store and collect enough fuel for your fleet carrier to perform at least 4 jumps, I think would be a good number. It would mean that if you did take the risk and jump to a system that could only be reached by a fleet carrier, only to find that you cannot get fuel there, I would be tempted to jump again, maybe even further, even more remote, to take the risk, to hope to find fuel in that system, which would use 2 of my 4 jumps maximum. And if I didn't find fuel in that system, obviously I'd have to rethink and make my way back with the final 2 jumps I had left in the tank. So that would work. Alpha. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see how much delta I've got. So yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I'm sorry if I've waffled on that for too long. So we got garden weapon, garden module. We want pattern delta. We have 24 pattern delta. And how many do I need for a shield? Guardian. Just looking to see how many I need. You might beat me to it in the chat, but let's quickly look. Shield reinforcement. I need 24 pattern delta. Well, it just so happens I've got 24 pattern delta. Brilliant. So I've got the data now. Let's see what other things I need. I've got a module blueprint. I need 17 Guardian power cells. Okay, so that's not data. Let's see what we've got for Guardian. 17 Guardian power cells. I have 24. Good. Guardian technology component. I bet I'm short on those. I have 9. I need 20. Ouch. So I just need to get some more Guardian technology components. and I've got everything I need. Now it just so happens that on this planet there is a Guardian structure, so I'm hoping I can go and pew that to get what I need. Yep, that's what I need. Technology component. Okay. Good stuff. Right. Let's come out of there. Let's go back to the ship. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Board our ship. And we'll go and visit the Guardian structure. We might as well run the gauntlet, I guess, and see if we can get a module blueprint as well. So, Guardian structure. That's what we want. It appears to be behind us. Goodbye to that site. And we are off. Into Super Cruise. So, if you are watching and you are playing Elite, how many Elite ranks do you currently have? I'd be interested to know. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm flying a Crate Phantom at the moment. It's like probably one of the best Explorer ships due to the fact that it's quick and nimble and has the best range apart from the Anaconda. And I have a few Anacondas for exploration, but when you want to do collecting materials, the Anaconda does take up a lot of room for landing, so I'm gonna have to do this in the dark by the looks of it. That's a pain. But yeah, so the Crate Phantom makes a good ship for doing this long range gathering, and it makes a great long range explorer as well, to be fair. Another reason for the fleet carrier course. So yeah. So I'm going to park as close as I can to the Guardian structure so that I can utilise my point defence on my ship, just to save me getting bounced around too much by Guardian Sentinels, whilst I collect as much technology components as I can. Jackie Silver, the legend. Okay, we're gonna have to put on our night vision. Don't need that just yet. I want a night vision. There we go. I always like to double check the gravity before I press boost. Oh, nice, Nabil. Yeah, I'll show you what I am at the moment. On this account, I'm elite in exploration and trade and dangerous in combat. And I know I've got a lot of combat to do to get to elite. Obviously, the next rank after it's dangerous, deadly, then elite, I believe. So you're closer to triple elite than I am. I'm not jealous. Now then, what do I want to be looking for? Right, so that's where we get our... I'm not sure what I get from this site, actually. I only come here for data, but I am going to need the technology stuff, so just find somewhere to park. Not too far away. Obviously, you don't want to park too close either, because your ship will disable your SRV weapons, which makes it impossible to get things done. I just need to find a good spot. If I park here, that looks like a good place down there. Let's see if I can get in there. Alrighty, let's see if we can manage to get it in this spot here somewhere. A bit of shimmying. Will it let me? A lot of the sites, they are designed so you can't get your ship too close. I think I am going to have to move a little bit further away. Just using the terrain as a guide in the central scanner. I want my ship to be able to cover me from sentinel fire of missiles, so I'm just looking to see where I can park and get away with it. Point defense does have a pretty good range. I might have to park it down here. So we'll scout round here. We get a blue flash in the center of my scanner, indicating that it's somewhere I might get away with landing. Not looking good too far. I don't have to drive too far to get to this site. I think I'll have to go down here somewhere. See, that looks landable there. Right here, come on. Let's be lucky. Yes, that'll do nicely. Where are you? Point defense should still work from here. We'll soon find out. Definitely don't want to be doing this in an Anaconda. Come on. It's around here somewhere. Give me a landing zone. Oh, there's another one. Lovely. Alrighty, let's take me other scarab. as it's got full fuel. Right, let's go and get our technology components. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this in the dark. I've gone the right way, haven't I? Should be up here. Oh, yeah, that looks like it. Okay. Set down here. Right. So let's grab what we can. That's power. Don't need that. Oh, actually, we could grab one of those, I guess. Might as well do the whole shebang. Let's get some more power to the weapons there, I think. Right. Fuel scoop. No, fuel scoop. Cargo scoop even. Right, so then what we need to do to get these technology components is we just need to look for parts of the Guardian structure that have shootables. It'll probably mean getting closer and where the sentinels will appear from. Essentially, you just look for a blue hue. So get some data here while we're here. Beta. Okay. I believe I've got 2 sentinels on me. Bit more powder shields, I think. Yeah, didn't want that. That's where it comes handy having your ship parked up close by. Right, okay. Try and get some. Right. Typical. That's the other one. So frustrating. Juggling power management. I thought that was my hull going down there for a minute. Right. See, my ship point defense is meant to grab those. Take him out. I don't want that. I wish they would fix the bug with the SRV turret. It's just useless. Oh, thank you for hiding. He's also hiding. Come hurry up. Yeah, have some of that. I'm sure there's something else around here. But what am I doing this for? I want the Guardian Shield boosters. And for that I need the technology components. So I need to shoot those out of the... What is going on with my turret? Turret's playing up. So yeah, I need to shoot this Guardian structure to get those components out, but I'm just getting rid of these Sentinels for a second. Which is a bit laborious.
Target destroyed.
Weapon parts. More weapon parts. Okay. So yeah, I should be able to find what I want under these panels that you can see like lit up in blue. See what we've got there. Power. And we want technology, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. Random. And turret's playing up. Power cell. I probably, if I do some research, there's probably a particular place you get this stuff from. Which I may do if I don't get lucky in a minute. Power conduit again. Yeah, so I'm not being very lucky at the moment, am I? So yeah, that's why we're doing it. I'm going to have to change the binding to my turret. Power cell also don't need. Every little helps and everything else. But I am trying to do something in particular. Oh, I've got Delta. Huh. little bit of peekapoo. Right. So yeah, let's just try that panel there. I'm probably gonna have to Google. Power cell again. Frustrating. Let's try it over by the main booth, so to speak. Oh my word, sort myself out here. Let's see what we get out of these. That appears to be a technology component. Oh my god, it's like I found a lost ark. Wow. Yeah, I've got the Guardian FSD booster already. Definitely worth having. Absolutely. If there's one thing you need to have in Elite Dangerous, is one of those, for sure. Alright, I'm gonna have to fly up and get that. Like so. Yeah, so I totally get the FSD booster. And you could get that, I think, by coming to where I am now and doing what I'm doing. Well, not exactly what I'm doing. You have to. There's a specific task you have to do if you want to get blueprints. And basically, it's all about charging these little charging points, which I should be able to show you. I'm here really for the components more than anything else. But I'm hoping one of those is technology at least. Power cell, power conduit. I totally drove over that. No, wrong item there. Yeah, so a quick Google will tell you how to get the Guardian Shield boost, FSD boosters as well. But essentially, what you do is you come to a site like this once you've got the right site, and I'm pretty sure you can get blueprints from here by activating these like little charging points. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, I'll have that obelisk there while I'm here. Come on, light up. Which one is it that's lit? Turn around. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Set that up for some reason. Alright, do it for the turret. It's going to be difficult. How hard was it to get? Well, I can show you how hard it is to get because I could do the very same thing here. Essentially, you come to a Guardian site, make sure it's one that does blueprints, and a quick Google will tell you what those sites are. And then what you need to do is to find charging points that you shoot. And once you've shot them all, the site will release you a blueprint. I've not been to this site before, so I don't know where the charging points are, but what I will do is I'll show you where it all kicks off. If I just get my bearings, let's just get an outside view a second. So where are we? It doesn't help that it's dark because you can't obviously see a lot. In fact, what I'll do, as I can't see a lot, is get back in my SRV, put night vision on. Alright, okay, let's try and find what we're after here. Or what you would be after if you come to this site. Get a bit of high ground so we can see where we need to be. Okay. I believe we need to head over there. Okay, so the whole purpose of this is you come to one of these sites. Let's just check down here first. It's not down here what I'm looking for. Doesn't look like it yet, as I guess it's probably down this way. There is a place where you charge pylons, and those pylons, when all charged, will get the Guardians to release you a blueprint. What's this? This looks... maybe not. Maybe it's not a blueprint site. Let's try here. If you look at the system that I'm in, 173 sector QU-0D6-25, there is probably somewhere with a map, because at the moment I'm not compared with a map to know where everything is. Let's see what's over here. Maybe this isn't a site that has blueprints, which would be a bit weird because I thought they all did have some sort of collectible. I'll just do a quick Google myself, I think. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can find. That's not what I want. Just look and see if I can find a map. Let's see, this should help me. Okay, I can't actually find one for this particular site, I don't think. just see if it's listed. So we're in Col 173. QU. So we're not actually at the right site for that particular site. In fact, this particular site doesn't have any blueprints at all, but it did have the data that I wanted. So I'll tell you what, let's go for a module blueprint site. Let's choose one in the coal sector. So let's go to here. Let's take that. So I'll show you exactly how you get there into the galaxy map. Hope you've got a pen and paper handy. Go to coal sector 173. GS-J B25. Have I been here before? No, I haven't. Okay. Well, let's leave that in my clipboard. Get back to my ship. Where is my ship? Dead ahead. Be a little bit careful, since I've got hardly any hull left. Gently does it. Oh well. Oh no, I can't boost. Why? Why, Elite Dangerous, do you not let me use my thrusters near my ship? Why? Does anyone know? What's the purpose? Nearly got stuck. Okay, let's board the ship. Alright, Nabil, this is for you. Here we go. Right, so, as I was saying, we need to go here. Okay, I've got a good jump range, so it's only going to be a couple of jumps. So when we get there, basically what you've got to do is you land at the site, you take your SRV, you shoot some pylons, it charges them up. When they're all charged, and you drop the relic, which I believe I've actually got one in my cargo at the moment. I thought I had one in my... I could have sworn I picked up one. I have got cargo capacity, right? Oh yeah, guard relic has come up now. It wasn't shown before. So you need one of those, which I'll show you where you get those from anyway. I just picked one up whilst I was there, expecting there might be a blueprint. Which is the last piece of the puzzle, and what you do is you basically drop it at the appropriate point, strangely marked by an X, and that will then activate the Guardian machine, and it will come out in a glowing ball. It's all pretty cool graphics as well. and then you scan that and you will get a blueprint for a Guardian module. Once you've got your Guardian module and all the other required items you need for that module, go to a technology broker and you choose what that module, what you want that module to be. In your case, that will be an FSD booster, and they will create one for you, and then you have permanent access to buying them. And they are totally the #1 item to have for your ship in terms of grinding for an extra piece of useful functionality. Okay, so planet D2 is the one I am interested in. D2. Okay, D2. So A, B, C, D. I'm going to guess it's this one, D2. No problem, the bill. No problem at all. Obviously, feel free to hit the subscribe button or follow. Okay, oh, it's a bit of a journey, this. 29,000 light seconds. So yeah, this will be recorded as well, Nabil, after the stream's finished as well, both on Twitch and YouTube. And for anyone else, of course, that still doesn't have a Guardian FSD booster, it's the must-have thing. So if you follow what I'm doing right now, you'll get that. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a long trip to get there. Have I got an automatic? I can't remember if I put one on as well. It's handy for streaming because you don't have to sit at the screen for too long. Oh, it's a notable Stellar from on there as well. How cool's that? 2, in fact. Lots going on here that could be explored. I'll stay on task though. I wish it would just automatically come here and show you. Alright, so have I got one set? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, right. Well, I won't need that right now. Got another 7 minutes before we get to the planet. Well, yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about now. What was I doing? Oh yeah, there was lots of other things to have a look at. Notable stellar phenomenon and stuff like that. Phenomenon. Do. Interesting. Anyway. Right, I'm just going to put this into auto cruise a second while I take a quick natural break. Just bear with me. And by the time I come back, we should be orbiting the planet in question. Okay, but nearly there. I should do edit my scene. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, but time is money. So I'm just going to add an element to this scene. There we go. And wrong one. Stick that down here. So that although I'll be right back, you can still see that. So where we put it? We'll put it there. Oh, the marvels of technology, eh? Yeah, that'll do. Right, back to it though. So we will scan the planet. Let's take that off now, don't need that. And it always interferes in what you're doing. So yeah, if you're after the FSD booster or any module, Guardian module blueprint, this is where you come. There are other places. This is one. I just went for one in the coal sector, so I didn't have too far to go. So I'll get into scanning mode, scan the surface, find the Guardian structure. Job's a good un. Okay. I think we're in range now. Alrighty. How many probes for? Alright, we can do that in 3. Do my Mickey Mouse scan. 2 ears and his chin. That should do. And then we look for the Guardian site once it comes up on the scanner. There we go. More Guardian structure. There she blows. Please be in the daylight. Oh, it is. Fantastic. Best time to come in the daytime. Everything's always a little bit more tricky. Sorry, Simple Cruise Assist is interfering. I'll soon stop. But yeah, it is a bit easier to do in the daytime. So if the surface is in shadow, let's not overcook this. Let's just scrub off a bit of speed. There we go. Let's get down and dirty. I think you'd be able to see it by now. Here we go. Little loop. Well, roll. Oh, it's quite a small site. Very compact. Here we go. Oh, that's nice and tidy. Oh, that should be. That makes it easier. If the site's not too big, it makes it easy. I never checked the gravity before I boosted. So schoolboy error. Luckily, the gravity is not too strong, and I've got pretty good thrusters on this. Right. Let's give you an aerial tour first of all before we land. So, essentially, this is a Guardian site, and this is where you get your blueprints from. I can either do a fly sort of explanation or not, but this is a really nice site, and it's quite easy to spot everything that you need. Let's try and do it from the. Let's get in the middle, and I'll do it from the external camera. I think that'll work. Let's do that. Alrighty, so here we are. We are hovering above a Guardian site. And this site, as you'll see in the video, if you just rewind a little bit or fast forward when you see my HUD, you'll see what system I'm in. And actually I can tell you it's Col 173 sector GS-J B25. And we're on B25-4, that is, and Planet D2, but you'll be able to see it in the video very shortly anyway. So that's the overview of the Guardian site. That's how it looks. Okay, it's not that big. I mean, they're fairly big, but it's not huge by any means. If you look at the size of my ship compared to it, it's quite a small site, which is great. It's nice and compact. So once you arrive, it's good to make a note of where everything is, as I'm doing now. Where it all happens is over here, though. As you can see, the site is laid out in a certain direction, and it all points up here. Kind of like do a flyby towards it. It all points to this particular place, which is kind of like an altar. Now, what's within here? You'll see these little panels. Now these light up as you charge pylons and become available. So as they all light up, then what will happen is this panel here will open up, and where that round right there, that will open up and a ball will come out, and that ball will float, and you scan the ball and you get your blueprint. Okay, so that's the end game for this particular process. But what you'll see either side of here is these little triangles here are charging pylons, and they activate when you get close in your SRV, and there are a certain amount of charging pylons for every site. Okay, so you can see there's 2 there. Okay, so that's easy to know where they are. We're looking for more though. Okay, because it's daylight, things are a lot easier, so we just look around and see where those other charging pylons are. Okay, so there, I can see one right there. See that? Zoom in. That's another one there. Okay, so we're just getting a lay of the land. Let's see, I'm guessing it's probably symmetrical, so there might be another one over this side. I've not been to this site before, so I am guessing. Got some hovering debris there, but you know, they will get to the bugs eventually. Right, yes, there's another one there. Okay, so we've identified 4 charging pylons already. I think they're normally 6, so I'm guessing the other ones are further down the site. Let's have a look, see if we can spot any more. Probably tucked away somewhere. Is that one there? Yep, that's another one. Okay, quite a pretty site this, isn't it? And is there another one over this side? And if so, that makes it very symmetrical. Yes, there is. Okay. There you go, you can see it there. So that's 6 charging points. Is that all of them? Just check there's not any more before I get in an SRV. More floating debris. I think that's it. Can't see any more. So it looks like there are just 6. Okay. So all that sounds very easy, doesn't it? Yeah. So we'll have to land our ship. I don't know if we can land somewhere close by. Yeah, this site does look very easy. There's only one thing that's going to interrupt this process though. Let's just double check where our charging points are. So our ship is up there. We'll land somewhere close by, but pointing at this, we've got a charge point. Let's try and use zoom to make this quicker. So we've got a charge point there in between those 2 structures, and I think we've got the same over here. It's just hidden behind that structure there, but there's another one there. And then Motley Aces, thank you very much for following, much appreciated. Thank you for your support. So yeah, we've got another one over there. So that's 1, 2, that's 3. And we've got another one over there because it's symmetrical, 4. And then we've got the 2 right off in the distance there, either side of what I would like to call the altar. Okay? 6 charge points. Simple, easy, lovely. The only thing that's going to stop or spoil our fun is the fact that the site will release sentinels, which can be a bit of a pain. So it's always best. See, that's a charge point right there. So let's see if we can park just a little bit over here. Get the landing gear down. Now I'm pointing my ship towards the site. There's a reason for that. Oh look, I've got a landing spot already, but let me just quickly show the outside of my ship, because there's something you can do with your ship to make this job a little bit easier. Now I can't remember whereabouts the point defense location is on these. Ah, there it is. So that's a point defense on my ship. See that rotating there? If I just zoom in a bit, that's a point defense turret, and those are used for shooting down missiles when you're in space. Okay, but the good thing is that they also shoot down missiles when you're on the surface of a planet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park my ship with these point defense units. I've got one on each side of the ship pointing towards the structure. I'll just show you the one on the other side of the ship. Yeah, can you see the one there? Right there. So I'm going to land, yeah, trying to keep my point defense units trained on the site, because when the sentinels come out, they're going to be firing missiles at my SRV. Now, because I've got my ship landed somewhere in the vicinity, the point defense should help by taking out the missiles for me whilst I'm in my SRV. That's the plan. Okay. So let's land our ship then and see how it goes. Should we do a dramatic landing from the outside? Oh, not like that. Need to do that first. Oh, I know what's wrong. Right. Okay, we've got a gear down. Let's see if we can set her down now. Probably lost the position of where I needed to be, but let's bring her down. Force it down. Get down there. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, I've obviously lost my landing spot. It's oh no, it's saying it is there. Just being awkward. There we go. For speed, let's get down. Right. Fuel. Let's take that one. Alrighty, so we're getting our SRV. Now you'll notice that I landed with my point defences pointing towards the site. Let's just show you that. So let's see, I've got a point defence there. If I just drive up and look at it. So there on my ship, that's my point defence there, okay? And if we look over there, yeah, it's pointing towards the site. And the same is going to apply on the other side of my ship. So when you place your point defences, think about how you're going to land your ship and where your point defences are, okay? And there's another one up there, look. You can just see that. Up there. There's a little blue object on my ship there. They are both pointing towards the site. Okay, so now when the sentinels launch missiles at me, which they will do, my point defense is going to help me out. Now, we've already marked out where these charge panels are going to come from. Yeah. Also, you are going to need one of these ancient relics. Now, in fact, I think mine's in my hold of my ship now, so I'm going to need that one anyway. So let's just grab that. I'm going to have to move slightly further away from the ship. Let's just come around this side. Okay. I think I've just had a sentinel come up as well, potentially. Yeah. So I need that Guardian relic there, okay, as well. Just one. One will do. Now you might see my point defense go off in a minute. Let's increase power to shields. Just grab this ancient relic. There we go. Okay, there we go. See the point defense firing? That's just saved me from 2 missile blasts. Okay, pretty cool, eh? Little green point defense lasers. Okay, so we just need to deal with this sentinel now. Don't think we're in combat mode. So we're combat. What is going on? I've not got the right weapon system. I know what's wrong. Too close to my ship. Right, come on, shoot. It's so frustrating that the SRV cannon is, for want of a better word, useless at aiming. We'll just take out this sentinel. Like that. Alright, what goodies has he dropped? Anything I can use? Just grab these. Just a few issues with my turret. What on earth? Really? Okay, let's come out that view a minute. Let's sort out charging the pylon because you want to see that, right? So we just need to remember whereabouts it was. Get my bearings. It should be around here. This is it here. That's one right there. Why hasn't it lifted out of the ground? Maybe I have to go to the altar first. Let's try that. Ouch. Making a meal of this. Yeah, it looks easy. It's frustrating sometimes because it just glitches on little lumps and bumps. Right, I believe the altar is this way. Yes, it is. Right, here we go. Come on. Ouch. Right. Oh, some of these will activate. There we go. That one's activated. And we just need to charge it by shooting that point right there. Let's go into the turret mode. Get some power to weapons. There we go. So that's one activated. And now you can see one block comes out of the altar. And do the same for the other one. You'll see another block will come out. Yeah, see that? So that's 2 activated. And you could hear my ship defending me yet again. Right, we've got some sentinels coming up now, so shields. Yeah. Now I really need the shield to help. Well, the ship, should I say. It's a bit of a standoff while my shields come back up. Out. on shields. Thank you. Ouch. Get off. Oh, so frustrating, this pea shooter. Got that one. So this is what you have to do basically. You charge some pylons, then you kill some sentinels, charge some more pylons. Come on. Come on, point defense.
Target destroyed.
Good stuff. Okay. Right. Now then, we remember where the other charge points were, because we looked before we came here, so let's try the ones around here. I'm not going to bother with the scanning for data right now. Let's get on with the task at hand. Got another sentinel there. As he's so close. Come on. What about? Which way you going? Peekaboo. Ah, frustrating. Yes, I really need to sort my key binds out for my turret. Okay, there's another charge point that we came here for, so we need to charge that as well. That countdown, by the way, is how long you've got before you charge the next pylon. Okay. So that's 3 charged. Now the other one was the opposite side of this. So we just need to head to the opposite side now. Get my bearings. Just double check where we are. Right, okay. So that's 1, 2 lit. That's another one lit. The other one is over here, near my ship. Need to head there next. And then the final 2, I believe, were, yeah, there's one there, kind of in the middle of the screen right now. And should be another one round, yeah, just there, just behind that little pillar. Right. So, I need to head this way. I'm not bump into the pillar, obviously. Get some power to engines so I can boost over. Somewhat ungracefully. Pick up some bits while we're here. Power conduit. Weapon parts. Power conduit. Go over here. Package components. Power conduit. Right, okay. Let's get over now then and charge another pylon. See that? It's just like it catches on everything. Really? Right, we know that the pylon's over this way by my ship. Hopefully it'll activate this time. Yeah, there we go. Full power to weapons for this, because it takes ages otherwise. Oh, it's pointing the other way. Alright, hopefully we don't get too close to the ship that takes out my turret. That would be really annoying. Try and not get too close to my ship. we go. Another one lit. Right, the last ones were down here. Let's make our way. I'm sure some sentinels will appear shortly. I think, yeah, there it is there. Yeah, it's coming up. Good stuff. Oh, and lo and behold, so is a sentinel. Have some of that. Yeah. Ship defended me. Good stuff. Right. Oh, looks like he was helping charging the pillar for me as well. Right. Let's try and get that right. Come on. Okay, that just leaves one more, which should be exactly opposite to that one. Let's take a little careful drive over this way then. Should be around here somewhere, I think. Oh, what's that? Is that it? It looks like it. Let's get in position. I've just had another guardian from somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. Scan some data while we're here, be cheeky. Bit of gamma. Right, let's see if we can get this charge point. There we go. Everything's lit. I'm guessing some sentinels will appear now. There's one. Just out of reach. Oh, I wish they'd fix the turret. I've just run out of ammo. Brilliant. Let's put some shields on then. And just make a sharp exit for a moment. While we get our shields back and resupply our ammo. Come on, ship, do your stuff. That didn't do its stuff, did it? Come on, shields. Right, let's just quickly rearm. Ammo restock. Okay. Right. It's a lot of sentinels, I have to say. Oh, come on, turret. Do you? Seriously? Do I get any closer? Ah, boy. I don't know why my ship's stopped doing its job. It's rather a persistent one, isn't he? Come on. So yeah, the site looks easy. The Sentinels can be a real pain in the rear.
Under attack.
Like that. Let's get over by my ship, see if it will afford me a bit more protection. These missiles are a real pain. So we've got 1, 2, 4 more Sentinels still. So they've really come out in force today. Cheeky. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Ah, my turret's not behaving. Come on, just kill him first. Right.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Starting to strike a balance. Luckily this one seems to be half asleep.
Target destroyed. Under attack. Target destroyed.
There's one left. A lot of debris here. Some stuff that I might deal with. Gather up some of that. Alright, let's see if we can sort this last one out. Where are you?
Target destroyed.
Right. That's them out of the way. We've certainly got enough weapon components. So we're pretty much at the end game now. We've killed all of the Sentinels. I'm just picking up some of the debris of that. It's always worth having. Right, now we can head back towards where we started. The timer never runs out, by the way, if you're wondering. Hence why I've had the opportunity to get rid of all the rest of the Sentinels. Once you've got all 6 pylons lit, and then we come back here. And as you can see, everything's looking like it's ready to go. Let's just park here a second and show you an outside view. So if you look now, it's kind of X marks the spot really. Right here, you need to park your SRV right there. And what will happen is when you drop the relic, it will basically go into that hole and activate the machine. As you can see, everything's activated, ready to go. We put it in there, then this will open up and globe will come out, and that globe will have a blueprint that you can scan. As you can see, the whole site is now lit up. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my ship. 5, 6 pylons all lit. I should be able to give you a view from this, how that actually looks. There you go. So that's the entire site lit up. You have to hand it to them. The graphics of this game and the layout and everything else is really good. It looks like nighttime's coming as well. Where's the sun? Alright, so quite a dim star, that's why. Okay, so it's going to be daylight for a while yet, which is fine. Let's crack on and get our blueprint, shall we? So yeah, you can see my SRV there. Oh, that was interesting. Did that light up then? I've not seen that before. I have not seen that before. It actually lights up as you get closer. Just gonna have a quick look at that. Not seen that before. Didn't realise it lit up. Cool. So yeah, so essentially, I'll jump back in the SRV now. Right, so you drive up where that beam is shining, and you park your SRV right on top of that. Pretty much like that. I don't think you have to be super accurate, but I mean that's pretty much on the money. Yeah. So now my SRV is parked. Okay, could be a little bit straighter for immersion purposes. There we go. Right. So now what I do is I go into my SRV. Obviously the external view is not necessarily, I'm just showing you where I'm parking it. And we just go into our inventory and go to our cargo, where you've captured one of those collected one of those Guardian relics. And you just select it and you choose abandon. And I'll abandon this, and then I'll quickly go into the external view so you can see what happens, because it's quite really cool effects. You ready? Abandon. Right. There we go. So as promised, that opens up. It kind of catapults this glowing ball out of the system. Now that right there has the blueprint you want. Pretty cool effects, right? I don't think there's a time limit on how long this ball hovers. This actually never looked inside here. Okay, it's not gonna let me. Let's just even get some trade secrets. No. Okay. So this will hover here, and you scan it with your SRV, and so that's what we'll do next. And so, quickly, just show you, that's what the entire site now looks like when it's activated. I think I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. Very nice. Right, let's get in the SRV and going to scan the ball. So select it, and it says Ancient Data Terminal. Give it a scan. We should get a module blueprint. Guardian module blueprint fragment collected. That's it. Now the whole site will close down. Let's come out of that view. Quickly get back in here again. Oh, and it would appear that 2 more sentinels have come along, just to spoil my end video. So I've got everything I wanted now, so I could just shoot off really. Hey, cool, look at that. See my point defense from my ship helping out there. So now you can see the benefits of having your a ship parked close by. They both seem to have turned their backs to me now. Maybe they've given up. Okay. So there we go. That is how you get your FSD booster. Let's have a look at these sentinels while we're here. See, what I don't understand is they've got kind of like hieroglyphics on this bit, or are they just marks? But everything else is in triangles. That could be just wear and tear, I guess. Anyway, there we go. How to get your module blueprint. I hope you found that useful. Right. Now I still need to collect my components, but I have now got an additional module which will come in handy. Let's see, inventory. Because it means I could probably unlock a hull reinforcement as well. So there you go, look, 2 Guardian module blueprints now available. And 1 weapon. Super. There we go. That's how you do it. Right, let's go and jump in my ship. So there we go. Just getting hooked on nothing. Pass some shields here. I think might be in order. And run away. That's better. There you go, and that's the point defense doing its job. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to board my ship now. That's giving you a quick overview how you get the module components. I've also got some of my data. What I'll do is I'm going to end the stream there for now, so I can just do a bit of grinding for my guarding components, and then later on this evening we should be able to start building our Federal Corvette. I mean it is already built, but I need to do some tweaks with it and make use of my newly acquired Guardian shield boosters as well. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll board our ship and we'll end the stream there for now, but we will be back later to play with the new module that we've just acquired, and you witnessed how it was done. So I hope you find that useful. So until then, thanks for watching. And I will catch you on the next one. See you later. Cheers, everyone.